Hi everyone, and welcome to the Nintendo Nerds, a series where we talk about art, design, and all things Nintendo. So stick around, because in today's video, I'll be sharing an easy DIY tutorial to make an Animal Crossing DIY recipe-themed postcard. So for today's video, I'm working with Strathmore pre-cut watercolor postcards, a pencil, and Holbein acrylic gouache, but you could really use any medium you like for this project. I wanted to use acrylic gouache because I wanted to mimic the opaque pastel look of the Animal Crossing recipe card, and because I need the excuse to practice. It's not my usual medium. If you have other paper and want to cut it down to postcard size, it should be larger than 3.5 by 5 inches and smaller than 4.25 by 6 inches. And just be sure if you're going to use watercolors that your paper is the right quality. Otherwise, it will buckle and you won't be happy with the results. To draw the recipe card, we're going to make 2 curved parallel lines about 2/3 of the way up the page. Then we're going to finish off the acorn base. These are 2 lines that curve inward toward the middle and then curve back the other direction to meet in an acorn tip. There's also a shape like an exclamation point on the inside of this acorn base. To draw the top of the acorn, it basically looks like the bottom half of a club from a playing card deck. 2 oval shapes that almost meet in the center, joined together by a triangular topper. This upper side of the acorn also has 3 scored lines on the left side. Both this and the exclamation point are going to be the same color as our background. And now it's time to start painting. I poured out some magenta in this video, but you'll see that I never use it, so you'll need even fewer colors than this to successfully color match. You'll definitely need a cool and a warm yellow, a cool and a warm red, black, white, and a deep brown. In this case, I used burnt sienna. To cover the background, you'll need to mix some warm yellow into your warm red, and then just add a tiny bit of your cool red. You're going for a color something close to tomato soup. When you have that, add some white to decrease the saturation, and you should have something close to the color in the card background. In hindsight, I probably wouldn't have primed this postcard with water first, and I would have just gone for it. That's my traditional watercolor habits getting the better of me. For faster drying times between applications, use a hairdryer on low speed or a heat gun. I also decided to mix and add a second coat because I liked the shade I had created, but I wanted greater coverage. If you're working in acrylic gouache, you can be a little fast and loose with your brush strokes in the background because we're going to cover up any mistakes with some opaque paint. The background really is the most time and labor intensive part. From there, it's pretty much smooth sailing. Just mix small amounts of your warm yellow into your cool yellow until you have the shade you need for the top of the acorn. And for the base, you're going to want a very rich and dark brown. You'll end up using a considerable amount of black in this mixture, probably more than you think you need. So only 3 different colors to mix, and you are ready to go with a custom-made gift for someone you love. That's all for creating your own DIY Animal Crossing postcard. If you don't have the supplies, we have a special offer where the Nintendo Nerds will make and mail a postcard for you following a charitable donation. Please stay tuned.